What's up, everybody on YouTube? It is your boy, Joseph. And we about to rock and roll with another movie review. Yes, Run the Race. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Alright, so anyway, Run the Race is a Christian. Oh, why am I so bright? It's like an angel or something. That's better, that's better. It's a Christian movie. Produced by your boy, Tim Tebow. What's up, Tim? How you doing, bro?
And as a football player, so often, it is really tunnel vision.
Was he talking to me? Because, let's try that again. Hey, Tim, you got an autograph, sir?
They beat us to it. They beat us. Extremely disappointed.
Alright, so most of us know, Tim can throw football, he can hit a baseball, all that stuff like that. But the real question is, can he produce a good quality Christian movie? So we're going to be talking about it. We're going to start off with the story. So, first off, everybody say hi to Zach. This is the main character in the movie.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm Zach. Zach Truitt.
No, I didn't have him on Skype or something if that's what you were thinking. First off, first thing I gotta say, I love this dude's hair. I mean, check it out. It's like, look at my hair. It's like, and then look at his hair. I get dogmatic over everything, so I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's too long. I mean, it is a little too long, but if you made it a little shorter, it would still look probably just as good. I mean, I decided to have a little fun making this movie review, and I photoshopped Zach's hair onto myself. That desperate. And I added a beard. Look, this is the new look of Joseph. I mean, I'm warning you, it's coming. It's coming. Like, after I stop working at Chick-fil-A, where I can't grow facial hair, this is coming. Just watch. Okay, so anyway, this is a football movie. I mean, obviously, you might be a little skeptical. I mean, the Kendrick brothers tried to make a football movie. And I'm not gonna get all rant or anything, but the Kendrick brothers is not really my type of movie. But we'll give this movie the benefit of a doubt. I mean, let's check it out. Let's at least give it a chance. I gave you a chance. Wait, what am I talking about? That was so random. So from the get-go, this movie makes moves. Specifically, the football coach. I mean, check out this guy's dance moves.
It's in our feet. Yeah. It's in our hair. Yeah. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Look, I don't think Alex Kendrick can even dance. Actually, yeah, he can. Remember in Courageous? The story follows two brothers named Zach and David. Yeah, David. I couldn't forget you, David. How could I do that? So Zach and David are two brothers whose mother died, I believe it was 2 years prior to the movie. Their dad turned into an alcoholic and basically left them living in a rundown house in the sticks. Now, let's just say Zach doesn't really like his dad.
I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to open up this door. 1, 2.
I love how Zach gets into a confrontation with his dad and then he just goes inside and watches Bonanza or whatever this show is. First up, Zach, we gotta talk about your entertainment choices, bro. I mean, what teenager watches this? I mean, look, I feel like it's my civic duty to take all the scenes in this movie that are just wonky and just fix them. So I'm gonna fix this movie scene. Check this out. Okay, see, that is much better. Much better. That is definitely what teenagers nowadays watch. Definitely. Alright, so Zach is like the star player of the football team. I mean, he's like the best player. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody likes him. But that's not enough for him. Zach's whole goal in life is to get why am I talking like this? A football scholarship. He wants a scholarship because if he gets it, that means him and his brother David are gonna get out of Bessemer. That's like his whole goal. I love how Tim Tebow is like, it's like he's using this whole movie to just diss Bessemer. I don't know if that's a real town, but if it is, I feel kind of bad for him. I mean, who makes a movie about, the whole movie is about two brothers who can't wait to get out of this town and it's a real town? It's like, anyway, the two brothers, David's like the saint of the two who goes to church every Sunday, loves God, has a personal relationship, you know, like all of you saintly people watching this video. And then Zach's like the rebel infidel of the two who runs around and drinks and parties and then defends himself by saying,
How about that?
Smells like you had a good time.
Oh, it was one beer, Dad. Come on.
this guy's dad is an alcoholic, so I'm not really sure what that line of dialogue is supposed to mean. His dad's not gonna say don't drink. And in the movie, is like David's goal is not so much to leave Bessemer, it's to save his brother. But Zach just has too many questions.
If you really want to know, I don't understand why Jesus would leave towns before everybody was healed. I don't understand why all of Jesus' disciples died these terrible deaths.
And you know, on a serious note, and this might be the only time I'm serious in this movie review, those are actually some really good questions that deserve answers. Alright, so Zach, because he's so wicked awesome at football, like me, you can tell I definitely have the build for football, is well on his way to getting his football scholarship when one day he gets into a fight. Oh! He gets injured and basically gets dropped from the football team because it's kind of hard to tackle people when you kind of have a broken leg. There goes your dreams for a scholarship. But at every cloud, there is a silver lining. And that silver lining happens to be named Ginger.
Wow.
So good. That is so good. So anyway, David, the brother, he's like a genius. He has an IQ of like 5,000 or something, I guess. So he comes up with a brilliant idea.
Well, I was thinking I could get one of those scholarships like Coach was talking about.
Yeah, you heard that right. He's like, yo, if you can't get the football scholarship, bro. Yeah, he says it just like that. Then I'm gonna go for track and try to get the track scholarship. Cause the dude is like fast. And he's probably faster than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
So that's basically the rest of the movie. And I mean, this is a Christian movie, but there's absolutely no way that Zach would be saved in this movie. It's not like this is a Christian movie. The last line of the movie is probably him yelling at someone saying, "I'll never be a Christian." But on a serious note, Zach has a lot of questions about his faith, and he really has to dig through them and sort through all that he's going through before he comes to terms with his relationship with God again. That is the story of this movie. Now we're going to talk about what I think, like you actually care. Don't even pretend you do, because I know you don't. But this is what I think about the movie. My brilliant IQ of 72. I love dissing myself, it's great. My biggest problem with this movie is that I feel like the story is too generic. This is kind of a matter of preference, but it's also kind of not. So, you know, I'm into like sci-fi, fantasy, all that garbage, like where stuff happens that there's no way it would happen in regular life. I like watching a movie where I have to suspend my belief to enjoy the movie, but this movie, it's too predictable. The story kind of feels like something you've seen 100 times. You know, a guy is on a football team. He's the best player in the whole team. He gets injured, and then he gets better, and then he wins stuff without spoiling it. And then something bad happens in his family, and then he gets saved. But with that said, there's a lot this movie did right on a technical level. I mean, take a look at this lighting, bro. I mean, their lighting is like top notch. It's like, oh, this looks actually kind of hot. Oh, wow. That was hot. I screamed like a little girl with that, but cinematography is great. I mean, check out some of the shots. This one and then that one, and I literally don't know what shots I'm throwing up, just narrating whatever garbage. And then check out the shot of David running. I mean, look how smooth that is. It's like, oh. Here's what the #1 best part of this movie is. And if you disagree with me, then you're wrong. And normally I'm not like this strong about it, but I'm 100% sure this is the best part of this movie. The dialogue and the character personalities. This movie has some of the most down-to-earth, realistic dialogue I've ever heard. You know, you watch some movies where everybody talks like they're in a 15th century Shakespeare play. I don't think Shakespeare lived in the 15th century, but whatever. I'm not a history expert. Stop hating on me. You know, their lines are so polished and professional, and they don't talk at all like normal people. But this movie is just, the dialogue is so down to earth. And then the character, let me flip my notes here. You like I took my little mic stand and set it up with my notes. I love it. I love the character personalities. The character for Zach in this movie has one of the most addicting personalities I've like seen on the movie screen ever. Zach is like in this movie the image of a confident alpha male. You know, he's like the type of guy that everyone strives to be. That's the type of person that people look up to in life, and seeing that on the movie screen, you're like, wow. The other thing I like about Zach's personality is like he's so smooth talking to girls. I mean, I know it's in a movie, but like, you know, he's like what every guy wants to be when he's talking to girls. I mean, check out this scene.
You're feisty, very highbrow humor, Zach.
Oh, you smiled. I saw it. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I have a streak. Tomorrow's 5 months, no smiles.
Okay, well.
Absolutely not.
I just broke your streak, I think.
I mean, almost every guy. Like me, I'm on another level. Hey, what's up, girl? Yeah. There's some nice weather we're having, right? Yeah. Now, if you're looking for a football-heavy movie, there's actually not a lot of football screen time in this movie, and most of it's like cinematized and edited just to look epic. Another thing I do really like about this movie, I like to talk about how there's two types of Christian movies. Some movies are made just to tell a sermon or a message, and then other movies are made to teach a story. And so this movie is more of a story-driven. It's more balanced between message and story. Balanced enough that it doesn't come across as preachy, even though it does have some parts of the movie where people, you know, are giving kind of gospel messages. Now, one part of the movie that was kind of off, I can't spoil too much, but when Zach's dad has like a change of heart, because you know this guy's been drunk for 2 years. When he has a change of heart, it's just so abrupt, you're like, wait, what just happened? He's out hanging out with his friends, drunk for 2 years. He's talking to Zach's coach, and Zach's coach is basically like, you need help with your sons. He's just out of the blue. He just walks out of the building. He's like, yeah, I do need help with my sons. It's just like 2 years. And then some guy gets in your face, and that's all it takes. This guy should have gotten in your face 1.5 years ago. And then one part of the movie that it's just more of a theological thing. It's not like an actual storytelling problem. And when it comes to Zach and Ginger, the little couple that dates in this movie, Ginger actually finds that Zach isn't really a Christian, and she continues to date him. A lot of Christians think you shouldn't date someone who's not a Christian. Some Christians don't care. I'm on like the side based on what I believe concerning Scripture that you should date someone who doesn't not necessarily agrees with you on everything, but has the same level of relationship with God that you do. Alright, so as far as some negative elements that some people might not like in this movie, there's not a lot. This is actually a pretty clean movie. There's one part where it sounds like the coach, mutters gosh, which is like a euphemism for God, so it's kind of like using God's name in vain. And then it sounds like Nanny Granny mutters, oh my Lord, which is using God's name in vain. There is depiction of alcohol use, which is not by believers, so it's kind of like just reflecting how people in the world are, but keep that in mind. David lies in the movie to cover up for Zach. And then there's also part of the movie where the coach cheats. I can't say too much about it, but he cheats to help the brothers. Also, there's parts of the movie where Zach and David are shirtless. Some people are uncomfortable with that. There's one part of the movie where Nanny says, I'm not afraid to give business on a Friday and ask for forgiveness on a Sunday. You know, that doesn't sound like something a sincere Christian would say. It's not my place to judge you, Granny Nanny. But Nanny Granny, you should know better than that. There are a couple depictions of somebody in the movie having some spasms. Some people might be a little bit uncomfortable with seeing that. Alright, but with all that said, that's my movie review. I hope you liked it. I feel like this is a horrible movie review, but whatever. All of them are horrible. Check out my other videos on the channel. If you don't, then I'm gonna hunt you down and give you free Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Alright, do stuff, or else.